There was a huge case surrounding Microsoft and the FTC. The details escape me, but to make a long story short, the case involves the FTC coming in and disrupting Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. We're not talking about the legal mumbo-jumbo, we're talking about one part of the case that got leaked to the public involving Microsoft that really interests me. The Xbox Series X has an adorably all-digital refresh. Ah yes, how adorable it is for a company to not let you actually own the stuff you buy. It doesn't seem like Microsoft is interested in the future where you're going to be using discs for your games. I mean, yes, digital saves costs, but what about the many players out there who bought a physical copy and just cannot play the game with the console that they bought? It's not possible, unfortunately, to use an external Blu-ray disc to play the game, so there has to be a way which you can register your games in your account with the disc out of the consoles. But Xbox and pre-owned doesn't always have a good relationship. So I guess the people who collected all these games are just wasting their money for nothing. Can't use these games anymore, right? There are times where games got removed from the stores and gamers can't get a hold of them anymore. It doesn't always happen 100% of the time, but it does happen, and it sucks when it does. That's because when you buy a video game, you are buying a license, not the game itself. If the game is dropped off of the store, you lose the game. You only have the license for the game, but there are no games in the store, so your purchase is practically useless. This is why the best format, in my opinion, is not physical. I absolutely love physical copies. I think owning physical copies is incredibly satisfying. But when you have a physical copy of a game, you're getting the very first version of the game, which is playable for most games, but not the best of the best version there is. This is especially more problematic when you have discless consoles like the Series S or the upcoming refreshed Series X. How are you gonna play these discs if the consoles have no disc reader? No, the best format to store these games right now, in my opinion, is pirated digital copy. I save all of the pirated copies that I have on my hard drives, and they have almost all the DLCs and updates of the games. This also applies to consoles as well. The ROM copies of these consoles are available and archived online. You can play with them as much as you like, and you can also get the latest updates, DLCs, and even mods for them. That is, as long as the consoles that you're playing with is jailbroken, or you're playing in an emulator. That's sailing the 7 seas for you. If you really want to get started, check out the Piracy Mega Thread on Reddit. It has a mega thread where you can start your piracy adventure. Give it a read. That's where I found out that I actually like streaming TV shows from sites now. Unfortunately, people are still anxious of sailing the 7 seas, so I guess we're gonna have to deal with big companies like Microsoft and Disney screwing us over in the meantime. Right? Wrong! That's one hoopla out of the many that I will discuss in my upcoming APB Show stream channel, link down below, go subscribe, and also have discussed in my APB Show stream channel, link down below, go subscribe. Anyway, let's get into the next one. Throughout my streams, I have dealt with a lot of BS. This one is among some of the worst BS out there. Apparently, according to this person, if you wear glasses, you don't actually need glasses. Glasses are just fake news. You don't need glasses, and optometrists hate it. Yeah, it sounds very familiar to those doctors hate him ads, and my response to that ad is the same as my response to this. There's a very good reason why doctors hate you.
That's right, you may have been told that you need glasses, but that's actually a lie.
I love how you say all of that under the assumption that you are somehow telling the truth.
There are mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual reasons why you may not be—
Spiritual reasons? Oh God, no. Are you gonna propose that we should just believe that we are not sick and that it will automatically not make us sick? And yes, this person is teaching a masterclass for $11 called Visio, which will apparently blow your mind. Well, you already blew my mind when you introduced the concept that people don't need glasses or LASIK and that their visions can be healed by just believing. Thankfully, someone else attended the class, so we don't have to. So this person, Mallory, decided to do the due diligence of making fun of this class and exposing everyone to her BS. The thread is all the way down hilarious, and here are some funny highlights. This person, Samantha, has a legal disclaimer where she claims that she's not a doctor or a medical advisor. All of this is for holistic education and empowerment purposes. In other words, don't sue me or I'll get my ass handed to me, and I don't want that. In fact, don't sue me because I'll be the one doing the suing, as Mallory not only got friendly with lawyers but also got stalked on Facebook. So let me get this straight. You want to sue her with lawyers through legal means, but you also decide to search for her private Facebook and stalk her there, which is both ethically and legally questionable. That will certainly hold up very well to court. I wonder what the judge will think when they know that you've been stalking the defendant in social media and finding her personal information.
Who did this to me? Who can I sue?
Oh, but don't worry, that's not the dumbest teaching yet. The dumbest teaching yet is when she said that you can just change your eye colors. That's right, just change your eye colors like that. I mean, you won't get any Sharingans anytime soon, but hey, we got Sharingan at home, right? There are loads and loads of reasons why you wouldn't want to interact with people online, and usually mark them as DNI, or do not interact. The most common reason for DNI is if you are a minor, and you're in social media online. You want to mindlessly browse around the web, that's perfectly fine, but please do not interact with adults online.
Who are your parents?
While some DNIs make sense, some DNIs are really absurd. Pro-ship, which in this case means pro-shipping, as in you are pro-shipping fictional characters, but some people think it means problematic ship, which I guess works too, if you consider at least one ship problematic. I have no idea what Ito is. Let me look. Oh, it's a Genshin character. Well, that explains everything. And this is where we get into the punchline of the decade, so-called irredeemable media. That's right, irredeemable media. Why are they irredeemable? Honestly, no idea. But it could be because they are problematic in one way or another. Don't know what Zoomers think these days, but check this out. Steven Universe, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, Danganronpa, Mario, Sonic, DNF Duel, not Duke Nukem Forever, FNAF, and Undertale are mentioned at the same line as To Kill a Mockingbird, Catcher in the Rye, and The Great Gatsby. You can read a lot more stuff there, and I still have no idea why they are quote-unquote irredeemable. Maybe you can figure out why they are irredeemable. Personally, I think it's because they either have problematic content or problematic fandom. Although I'm not sure why Genshin is not in there, considering that you just mentioned a Genshin character. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is an interesting take, because I actually agree with it, but for an entirely different reason.
Every artist is obligated to be able to draw fat or chubby proportions, black skin tones and features, disabled characters, etc. Doesn't matter the art style. If you're an artist, you must know how to draw them.
Honestly, I agree with this take, but not for the same reason that the person says. This person talks about it from a social perspective, as in, you have to do these things so that you are more morally better in people's eyes. But I talk about it from both a business perspective and an artistic perspective. If you can draw characters with all that stuff, then you would widen your market even more and invite more customers. Not only that, but you can also expand your artistic skills even more. Also, it's an option, not a requirement or an obligation.
If your art isn't inclusive, just ask yourself why that is.
There are many perfectly understandable reasons why this happens. Among many understandable reasons why this happens, the person being a bigot isn't one of them.
Why do you purposefully exclude certain people from your ideal artistic vision? What is the reason?
It could be because they're not good enough to draw those things. Heck, there are loads and loads of people that draw non-white characters that got flamed because they're too white. And that gives another reason why. Artists just want to draw and avoid controversies. They just want to chill and have fun, which you people that demand inclusivity everywhere tend to not be chill and fun.
If it's that certain people don't fit my worldview, then hoo boy.
Yes, let's just assume that people who do this are bigots, even though there are many perfectly justifiable reasons why they wouldn't want to touch any of those things with a 10-foot pole. You see, you are the reason why people don't want to draw those things. It's because you assume malice when there's none. Speaks quite a lot to the progressives and the inclusion beggar these days. People on the internet will be understandably disturbed by the presence of people who like all sorts of disgusting fetishes, but I don't think there's any harm in them as long as they don't engage them in real life and hurt people and commit crimes and all of that. However, that's still not good enough for some people on the net. This person, for example, says that it doesn't matter if you find insert disturbing topics here hot. That's enough to prove that you are a creep. Okay, but has this person committed any crime? Has this person harassed other people? If not, why should we care if they jerk off to something that's not a criminal offense?
It doesn't matter if you don't carry it out.
Yes, it does. Yes, it absolutely does. You can't arrest people because of their fantasies, you absolute moron. Even if I find their fantasies reprehensible, you have no probable cause for calling the police for them.
The approving thoughts are there.
Keep in mind that the context in this conversation is fictional characters, not real life people.
You should tell your boss about how you find
Whoa,
pedophilia.
whoa. Why? Why would anyone want to do that? That's not professional at all. Your boss doesn't care about your sexual fantasies and they don't want to listen to them, even if they're just as bad as yours, if not worse.
You people realize that fictional stories are not separate from the real world, right?
Yes, they are. Yes, they totally are separate from the real world. Are you gonna say that violence in video games means that people will get violent in real life as well? I mean, it's not like there are multiple factors that explain why things are a certain way and why criminals do the things they do. But sure, let's blame them on fiction and call people who like fictional stuff creeps.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing, not the real thing.
And that's all for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And as always, huge thanks to all of these wonderful individuals who have greatly supported this channel. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see your names among these awesome people, just $1 and you have carved your names among the legends. Seriously, thank you so much, and I will see you all next time.